ṣẹlẹ̀ níbẹ̀ wọ́n nílé lóko. Ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Hello everyone, it's Adironke again. Today I'd like to talk about the Yoruba way of putting emphasis on something, how to emphasize in the Yoruba language. In the English language, to emphasize, you use the exclamation mark after the statement. I'm here, as opposed to I'm here. Or she said that, as opposed to she said that, then you're putting extra emphasis. He won, as opposed to he won. So exclamation marks are very important when it comes to expressing some kind of emotion. Or is how we would exclamate a statement, and I'll get to it. Or is what we will put at the end of a statement to emphasize. Is sort of our exclamation mark, if you will. Why would you need to emphasize on something? You do so to express some kind of emotion, to convey some kind of message. So the emotion could be anger, it could be frustration, it could be happiness, it could be shock, it could be irritation. Sometimes, even within the Yoruba context, it can be used to ridicule, to show sarcasm, Odagun. If someone is saying how they feel about something and it's not exactly positive, and you come and say, oh, but it's good, Oda, it's good. Why are you complaining? Sort of, they'll say, oh, Oda, oh, that O there, Oda, oh. Sometimes it's not always Oda is, it's fine, but the fact that you said it's good doesn't necessarily, and they said, oh, it's fine, doesn't necessarily mean that they agree. Oda, that's sarcasm, or even the expression of certain ironies. It could be used for that purpose. When you use O as well, it could be expressing some kind of excitement or passion. So O is the exclamation word. It's a word that is made up of one letter. Motide. When you just say motide, I is mo. When it is I serving in the subject form within a sentence, mo I, ti have, ti have, or even had. De is arrive, or it could also be to wear. It's how you would say wear, but it would strictly be something that is worn on the head. So that's another meaning that de could have. But de in this context, obviously, is arrive or arrived. I have arrived. Motide, that's pretty, I suppose, straightforward. Doesn't really convey any special emotion. Oh, I've arrived. But when you say motideo, let's say you come in, it's been a long day without seeing your children. You come in and you announce yourself. Motideo, I have arrived. Children have arrived. Come and say hello to Auntie Ronke, Motideo, the O there puts the emphasis. So when you want to translate it to English, you translate it as the exclamation mark. But really within the Yoruba context, it's the exclamation word. And then auri, a is we, in the subject form, within a statement, within a Yoruba sentence. O. Whenever you see O, in the Yoruba statement, something is definitely, especially as a standalone word like that, very important. It's a standalone word. It's not just a letter. It's a standalone word as it is O. It negates. It may mean not, depending on what the sentence would sound like, in English, depending on what the translation would be. But in this case, it's more like do not or did not. That's more, but whatever the context is, or whatever the set of words that you need, just know that whenever you see O, something is being negated in that statement. Ri, I, ri, ow, ri. Ri as a separate word is C. I is and I haven't addressed this yet. I've started to work on it, but I've just not recorded the audio fully. I is him or her. I is him. Ri, when it's just separate, it means C. But ri, see him or her or it. It's at that point that you introduce a verb-based pronoun. Him or her basically is what the E is serving there. We do not or did not see him or her. That's a basic way of just saying, oh, we don't see her. We do not see her, But a child is missing, and everyone is agitated. God forbid. I think I've been watching too many criminal movies these days, It's the first thing that came to my mind. A child is missing, God forbid. But I know for a fact that if anyone ever loses their child around me, I will go crazy. Okay? I will lose my mind until that child is found. So, you better not even, God forbid. So, when you say, oh, we don't see him or we don't see her, at that point, this doesn't really convey any agitation yet, or anger, or frustration, or shock, or disappointment. It doesn't really say anything. But when you say, how real, we do not or did not see him or her, then you know that, it has gotten fairly serious, obviously depending on the context. Lastly, I have to mention that within the Yoruba context, some words are exclamations. Yepa, already that's an exclamation. Yepa, what you can shorten to ye, or akika, or awu. These are Yoruba exclamations. So if you put an exclamation mark behind yepa, or you put an exclamation mark behind awu, or you put an exclamation mark behind akika, that is okay. Even when you're writing in Yoruba, that is fine. These are the exceptions. In the academic sense, if you study Yoruba, if you want to say motide, if you want to sort of put a form of your writing, you're given an assignment to write an essay. If you want to say motide with some kind of emphasis, and you put an exclamation mark behind de, after de, the lecturer, we call them lecturers in Nigeria here, it's not like professors. The lecturers might be upset, or even disappointed. Why would you even? It's laziness on your part to put an exclamation. Just does the work. It does the emphasis for you. But if you write yepa in an essay, in a blog, in a whatever, without tone mark, you're fine. But if you really do want to, especially for the reader, want to express that fact that these words are exclamations, but you don't, so you can't put o, you can't emphasize doubly, yeah, bao, Actually, you can do that. Yeah, bao, Anna, it's just akikao. It just sounds awkward. Usually people won't. You can, depending on the context. I really wouldn't know. It just sounds somehow to my ears. You wouldn't need to put, that's already an exclamation. So in that instance, it would be perfectly fine to use the English exclamation mark while writing. For those 1 word, 2 word exclamations, interjections. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Please like, share, subscribe, and when you do subscribe, please turn on your post notifications so that you would know when I post new videos. You don't see my videos like 5 weeks after I already posted them. Please and thank you so much. Thank you for your support. More importantly, thank you to my new patrons. Thank you everybody. Thank you to those who have scheduled one-on-one meetings with me. I'll see you during our session. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.